Hello everyone! In the previous video, we spoke about the concepts of the very first episode of Ganj-e Hozour. We started with a brief introduction about Treasure of Presence programs and the fact that this treasure exists and vibrates within each of us, but we are begging that from the world outside. Rumi suggests living in this very moment and the fact that past and future are like a curtain or a cover between us and the divine. And he says we are like a ney, which is a woodwind musical instrument. If our ney is full of knots of the thoughts of past and future, then the ney player, which is God or the divine, cannot make a pleasant sound out of us. We talked about Rumi's guidance of burning the past and future. This ney should be empty inside, empty of burden of the past and future and the thoughts. It should be silent so that the player can play its best out of it. This present moment is the only eternal moment that love or the divine can play our ney. And this moment is the only moment that we will be able to sense the peace, joy, the power, and the wisdom of God. In this episode, we will be continuing to explore the concepts introduced in the first episode of Ganj-e Hozour, which was recorded around 22 years ago by my spiritual teacher, Mr. Parviz Shahbazi, who has transformed the lives of countless individuals through teaching the concepts of Iranian poets with main focus on Rumi. Ganj-e Hozour is arranged in such a way that we recite poems by great Iranian poets every week, which we mostly focus on Rumi and sometimes Hafez. The aim of Ganj-e Hozour or Treasure of Presence program is to understand and become familiar with the meaningful and applicable ideas of our great Iranian poets, and to apply these teachings to our daily lives with goal of transforming ourselves and to make positive changes in ourselves and to the world. Today, we will talk about the concepts of a poem by Iqbal Lahouri with the title of The Birth of Man or The Birth of Adam. In this poem, the great concepts that give life to human beings are mentioned, and each of these concepts aim to do something. These great concepts include love, beauty, nature or essence, human creativity, desire, and life itself. By life, we mean God. We mean the divine, consciousness, energy, universe, or whatever you call it. So life itself actually speaks and tells us something. Now, let's see what these great concepts tell us in Iqbal's poem, which is named The Birth of Man. It is about the very first time that a creature came into existence, which was a human soul. Iqbal starts with the first concept that we previously mentioned, love. He says, love started yelling out of excess happiness and joy that a being appeared who was able to experience itself. Love came to this world through this creature, and until then, love has been waiting for this moment to happen. But what is love? Love is the sense of that one life or the one soul which beats within all creatures of the universe. The life that is vibrating within me is the same one which exists in animals, in plants, in rocks, and in you. There is only one life that exists, and real love means sensing that one life and turning into it, or becoming one with it. Therefore, human beings feel connected to each other and to all creatures in the universe. In this state of oneness, human interest and love is not limited to a specific thing only. Rather, he or she would be able to see love and beauty everywhere, in everything and everyone. This true sensation of love is very different from the love that our mind imagines or the hallucination of love that exists in the mind. And it is very different from the contact that our mind wants to establish with another creature or with another human being, which is through a mental veil or a series of mental judgments, a series of mental beliefs. Rather, this love is actually becoming one, or to unite with all creatures in the world and feeling a sense of oneness with the whole universe. So, in the definition of human, Iqbal says human is a creature that can sense this love, this unity, and become one with the whole world, and to become one with that love itself. Do we sense this feeling? In another word, there is one soul in different bodies and forms. If we deeply realize this concept, and if the authorities of countries follow this rule, then it is likely that there would be a reduction in conflicts over shallow differences such as skin color, ethnicity, beliefs, or gender. Then it is likely that there would be less or no wars in the world. When a person feels one with another person, then it is unlikely that they would harm or kill that person or their children. If we become one with that one life within us, then we easily sense the empathy, compassion, and a sense of shared humanity, and can certainly contribute to creating a more peaceful world. By recognizing that our well-being is interconnected with the well-being of others, then we can work towards building a more harmonious and equitable society. I believe that Rumi and Ganj-e Hozour can definitely help us to reach that aim, to change the world.